Tell me your name. Flickering flame. Tears on your face. And time will erase. Fact and fiction.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It's the NBA's most storied rivalry. Tonight in Los Angeles, the Lakers face those old familiar foes, the Boston Celtics.
Derek White.
And good that time. You know, Clark, rivalry games are always fun, aren't they? When it's two teams that don't see each other very often. It only ups the intrigue.
That's what makes cross-conference games like this so special. I mean, there's history between these teams, Kevin, and we only get to relive it a few times a year, so that makes it even more special.
Here's Tatum, poked away.
Oh, my gosh.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, I talked to the Lakers head coach. He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact the game. Coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to a defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room.
Why is he not behind the three-point
Tatum
line?
is
Like,
processing
right behind
information.
Like,
back to you guys.
Like, I hate
Thank you,
niggas.
David.
Wow, like,
Well, it's so good to see White growing in confidence with his
Like,
offensive
why are we
game,
not
and
right behind the
hesitating
three-point line?
at all to shoot the perimeter shot.
ready to shoot.
Here's Aldama. And there's another turnover by the Lakers.
Celtics ball.
I don't believe none of that. Nigga, you not greening. I don't believe it.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. It's a three-point game. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Tremendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
We'll try it.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Doncic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Kristaps Porzingis.
It's on Porzingis.
That's his first.
And Clark, it's hard to compare Luka Doncic to any other player we've seen before.
I would certainly agree with that. Ditto to that, Kevin, because he is unique. His pace is never hurried. He never gets rattled. He complains to officials a little bit more than I'd like to see, but he's strong. He's got great touch and feel, and he scores at all three levels, and he's a brilliant passer.
Here's Tatum. Aldama with the rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Here's Doncic. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Pass to Tatum. Now here's Porzingis.
That's how open.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, this team takes on a different attitude when Porzingis imposes his will like that. His energy and attitude, infectious.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Let's hear it for you.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
What's this line?
Pass to Reed. And stolen by Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates a sign of his continuing growth as a player.
Here's Doncic. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Tatum.
No, it depends on what time you go.
I never make reservations for it.
Right side, Porzingis. There's the drive, and he converts the layup. Porzingis has got his second bucket tonight.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Los Angeles with another miss.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Prince's shot is good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 10. To end the run. And he sinks the layup.
One of the things I love most about Luka Doncic is court recognition and awareness. This guy is so sharp and alert, understands how to play.
Now here's Tatum. Still scoreless. Pass to White.
Wemby is locked in.
Shot clock at 5.
When he's making the turnaround fadeaway, that means he's locked in.
Here's Doncic. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Porzingis. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Lakers trail by 8. Doncic right side. Pass to Vanderbilt. Wagner outside. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up, high post, and it's White with the rebound.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year. He is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
Your Lakers, make some noise.
Schroeder. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "We can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. On the wing, Wallace. Back to Porter. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Pritchard. Knocks down the 3 ball. Pritchard's got 5 points so far.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Bamba with the block.
Guys, that's all athleticism and timing. Bamba, a terrific shot blocker because he uses the physical tools he has quite well.
The Celtics shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He hits the second from the line. Lakers trail by 14. Out to the right wing. Vincent's shot is good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Boston. And here's
Trying to hit it
Porter.
back to Halliburton. It's not going to work.
Just 4 to shoot. He gets it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Boston. holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to...
The Celtics, 22.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
And it's Mohamed Bamba with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Doncic feeling it out. Doncic going to work.
Luka is a massive guard. He can do damage inside just as easily as outside.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Releases. Got a piece of it. Here's Doncic. Doncic explodes off the drive. What a slam!
Ready for takeoff. Doncic taking advantage of the opening.
There's the pick. Now Kennard. Kennard on the wing. 5 on the clock. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own. Lakers trail by 7. Doncic left side.
Thank you.
Lets it go with the 3.
Come on, son.
Mobo can't hit. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Pritchard. And it's blocked.
Oh my. Just see this lateral movement is not like that.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off target with his 3. Celtics leading by 7. And Bamba now top of the key to the right side. Hauser. Good on the triple. Hauser's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 14 feet away. Here's Mobo. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so it's Boston with it. Led by as many as 14 points. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. So both teams making some changes here.
No. I've been getting, that's I don't want to drink the juice. It just be coming with the
Mark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, I did. It wore me out too, Bart. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys. Kelly Tripucka. Woo! Yeah, don't make my head spin.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. In break, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And the Lakers making a change here. Wagner with it. Out guarded by Tatum. And that one's good. Wagner.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Brown. No scoring in this one. And so the ball's out of bounds. Vanderbilt touched it left.
Boston ball. Celtics substitution. Kristaps.
Los Angeles on D. It's a 13-point game. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly. Pass
to Aldama. Porzingis comes with the double team. His first shot coming late. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Definitely being a pass.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Austin with the ball. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Tatum, that's for 2. Good, he hits the jump shot. Tatum's got 6 points.
Tatum's got a nice jump shot. When he's in rhythm, you feel like he's going to make it every time he shoots it.
Here's Reeves. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Porzingis inside. 6 points for him. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, nice there. Getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Now Tatum following Franz Wagner's three-point attempt.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And the Lakers call time here. Both teams will make substitutions. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Pass to Reeves.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
There's a screen by Aldama. They need this, and it's good for 2. Aldama's got his second basket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Tatum on the wing. Back to Holiday. Left side, Tatum. The 3. Good.
I'm cooking this nigga, bro.
Tatum's got 9 points in the quarter.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the second quarter. Pass to Aldama. To the inside. Edie. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Lakers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
The Lakers making a switch here.
Let's hear it for all the dancers.
Who was that?
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Tatum draws the double. Celtics passing it around.
Not making no shots. Not with him.
Outside Porzingis. Vincent with the rebound. Down low. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
You know, they're working the outside game more than they did in the first quarter. The balanced approach seems to be paying off.
And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Outside Holiday. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Porzingis.
I tell you what, he clearly is one of the best players in the league who does not get the same kind of gas that other guys do. But there's no better all-around guard in the NBA than Drew Holiday.
Here's Mobo. He has 5. Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
His 3rd personal foul.
And he makes the first.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Here's the screen. Here's Taylor. And a missed layup. Here's Abaji. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
Los Angeles making a switch here.
Lakers.
Wagner with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 14 feet away. Rebounded by the Celtics.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
It's Brown with the drive. And Brown throws it down.
And Brown really is at his best when he takes it inside. I mean, the defense has no idea what to do with it.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by White. Celtics leading by 21. Right now, let's send it over to the sideline.
Oh my!
Great
Goodness! That was special. Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
Now, here's Doncic. 8 points for him. Trying to find Vanderbilt. Gets it to him. Great D that time from Tatum.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Defensive.
How about Porzingis shrugging off the contact? That work in the weight room paying off.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
He's been a completely different guy at the line this season. I mean, last year, you weren't sure what you were going to get when he got to the stripe. There's no way we could have expected such a huge increase in those free throw percentage numbers. Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
And they pick up 2.
You're cooking this thing.
Brown's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Porzingis with the block.
When a guy has a 7'6" wingspan like Porzingis does, it's just tough to get away from him or get by him. That allows him to block a lot of shots.
Here's Doncic following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Shot to stop the run. Doncic outside. Back to Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Luka's so smart to get other guys involved in the action. Very good at not forcing it and trying to do everything himself.
And stolen by Wagner. Doncic outside. There's a screen by Aldama. And it's Luka Doncic with the three. Doncic has got 11 points.
Wow, I don't know if anything's out of Doncic's range.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Kept alive.
Playing casino?
Out to Porzingis.
No, I'm playing on
From
catch.
deep. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Didn't you
And
have
a
both
big
the same
lead for
coach?
them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Porzingis after Luka Doncic's bucket. Porzingis inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Celtics making a switch here.
Nice.
Substitution on the court.
Stop.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. On the wing, Doncic. 13 points in the game. Over to the wing. Here's Mobo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on White. For Los Angeles, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
At the line for the Lakers.
The first free throw is good. Now a timeout called by Boston.
That's the only thing the Lakers is not going to do. But I'm kicking niggas' ass.
Attention fans.
Back.
Eight o'clock.
Let's give a big round of applause to your Lakers Hype Squad.
And so he makes both from the line. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Good on the shot.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Out to the right wing. Mobo. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
You can rely on Schroeder's passing ability. He does a good job finding and setting up shooters.
Ochai Agbaji. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
If you meet me in the finals now,
Brown outside.
has the Magic been around this season?
Pass to Hauser.
I haven't seen it.
Launches it. The Lakers with the rebound. Here's Agbaji. Scoreless thus far. Here's Mobo. That basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Brown outside.
2 minutes.
High post try. Agbaji pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Los Angeles foul.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
One shot.
Well, you know, for me, the passing has been fantastic all night. Everybody loves watching this style of basketball where the ball moves and players move. Coaches, fans, and even us broadcasters can appreciate that kind of action.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
Tell you what, guys, this
I'll be
has
bugging
clearly
out
been
trying to
his
trade
half.
Jalen Brown.
He's getting to a spot.
But it's just because I just want something fresh. Like this nigga.
Excellent turnaround for him.
That's why I was
Now
worried.
here's
It took us
Schroeder.
enough a little bit.
Pass to Edey. Stolen by Bamba.
Los Angeles foul.
And he's just had one attempt at the line earlier.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd
Shooting
like.
for Boston.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
A fearless athlete. Jaylen Brown competes every single night on both sides of the ball. Something you want as a teammate.
They double him with Wallace. And Reed throws it down.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Brown feeling out a bit. Pass to Kennard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shot clock at 6. Here's Brown. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, I like the fact that the energy that Brown plays with makes him a guy that does a good job getting to the line.
Shooting for Boston.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second. You know, their lead could be larger right now, but their efficiency from the line has tailed off just a bit.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wagner's a forward that just has a lot of ability. I mean, he does everything. He can score, rebound, and move well without the rock, too. His versatility, impressive.
Both free throws good from Wagner.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Right after that part.
Pass to Abaji. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already.
That was it.
Celtics out in front.
The Celtics 63.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand.
Which just remind me. You can be some more? You see him going around? I'll go preaching him.
Celtics leading by 22.
How's he playing?
Outside, Porzingis.
That was good.
Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. I think fans like that.
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster
But that doesn't matter. You give him the word. Come as you are.
And the reality is, it doesn't feel better when
Hey,
you
niggas, bro.
That's exactly how it is. That's part of it.
to win it all.
Yes, it is.
For
You're not forced to come to
this
church
is a
all
big
dressed
night
up.
in the scoring
No,
column.
come as you are.
Giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
Pass to Porter. The 3 ball. Abaji pulls it in.
All the time in the world to get that one
They
off.
got it with the
He
time.
lobs it up. And taken away by Wallace. Doncic with the
I miss
steal.
y'all is crazy. But nah, women be wearing mad tight stuff at the church anyway, so.
Inside. Vanderbilt shot is good.
Another great pass from Doncic. You pretty much expect him to tally double-digit assists every game.
Porter bounce pass. Kennard for 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Lakers trail by 21. Right wing. Vanderbilt with it. Out-guarded by Porzingis. The 3 for Doncic. Drills the 3-pointer.
Cannot give Luka any space out beyond the arc because he'll make you pay
Sister.
every time.
Sister Shanice is looking crazy.
Porter looking it over.
Josh Giddey.
Pass to Hauser.
Oh yeah, I forgot that nigga. You got it.
Back to Porzingis. Kennard on the wing. Porter in the corner.
He said no.
Outside, Porzingis. 5 to shoot. Here's Wallace. That one's off. Still out of sync. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Now, here's Doncic. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Luka Magic has been on
this is a
display
16-point game. Busting this nigga's ass by the 20 times.
Piling up the points.
Kennard on the wing. Back to Porter. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Assisted.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
So I think that's the beauty of it. When you play me, you can't see my greens, right? I don't know if you have that.
I can see your layups when they get.
And here's Porzingis.
That's weird.
And a beautiful feed leads to a monster
But you got to meet on one side of your legs.
Nice recognition there by Porzingis.
Yeah, it's on pro stick, so whenever I use the analog stick, that's.
Now Vincent. Here's Abaji. Cranes the three-pointer.
Why can't we make a
Got
shot?
himself on the board with 3.
Pure determination here, guys. A fourth quarter
nice
run
right
that
now.
has them looking better and better as we get ready for the stretch run.
Clearly going to take a lot of work, no doubt about that, but it's not impossible. You need plays at both ends of the floor, and you got to have a bunch of them.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes, they last days.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
That free throw, good from DeGraw.
I'm not even going to take.
We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players, so I think it's a good thing overall.
Spins. Tatum deciding where to go with it. White, wide open, he fired. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Can't double that, bro.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
The Lakers actually aren't good. I'm not gonna blame Cat. He got Luka, but like they aren't good.
That one goes in.
He does not.
I was looking at Franz Wagner. He has a 90. He's one of the worst 90 overalls I've ever seen in the game.
He was the full 90?
Brown, right side.
Like, that's his regular base?
He might. Well, it might be
Inside, Porzingis.
89, but I think he is a 90.
And the dunk by Bamba.
I don't know, like if like regular rosters, he might have upgraded like season shit, but I looked at it. His threes is like a 70. His three is like a 76, something like that. Mid range is like in the 70s. He doesn't play defense. Like I really don't understand why he's a 90.
A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Tatum.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Like, that's how you can shoot.
Now,
like,
Wagner. Here's Edie. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Here's Tatum. And he banks in the layup. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Celtics.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And they took charge when it counted, and They'll be notching their ninth win
Now
overall.
we talking.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Porzingis.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all
Wemby.
And the NBA
Like,
helping
come
establish
over.
academies
This is why
is even
I
leading
can clip
streak
on him
on
and make
4
him
and
come
soil.
over. He don't do it fast enough by himself.
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Pass to Edey. Porzingis with the rebound.
That's good tape.
So it's the Celtics now. Here's Brown. Aldama with the rebound.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
Reeves in the corner. And he dumps it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I'll tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it
Gosh,
done.
Cash.
Know it's on. If we locked in, ain't no switching up. Brody came home, went to pick him up. My man's I'm riding with a picture up. Shoot back to the crib.
All right, I see him.
Track hard, got it tinted up. Cardi Mark, nah, he in a. Ain't no falling off. I done put 2 million up. Ain't no falling off. I done put 2 million up.
I love that nigga Bobo. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, that nigga Harrison Barnes be out on the break. I don't know why, but he always seems to run out.
So fresh and so clean.